Okay, today I'm going to do a review of a kettlebell from Kettlebell Kings. And so this is one of their competition kettlebells. This particular kettlebell is 34 kilograms, which is 75 pounds, which is an in-between weight, which is very unique. I'll talk about that a little bit at the end of the review. And so one thing about competition kettlebells that I've mentioned in previous reviews is that the handle is smoother, the size is standard, even though the weights vary, and it's made of steel instead of your standard iron kettlebells. So there are some benefits to that. Now, Kettlebell Kings also makes your standard iron kettlebells as well, but I'm going to review this one here today and make a few comparisons at the very end of the video. So with this particular kettlebell, I'm going to rate this on 5 categories. We're going to rate it on aesthetics, price, quality, functionality, and lastly on customer service. So the first thing, aesthetics, I'm going to give it a 4.5 out of 5. I mean, the kettlebell is beautiful. It came out of the box, looked perfect. When I analyzed it really close in detail, there are a few tiny mars in the paint, barely noticeable. But again, if I'm going to be fair and rate it according to what I've rated past kettlebells, then if there's any marring, I take a little bit of points off. So we're going to go with 4.5 out of 5 for aesthetics. Still a fantastic score. If we move to pricing, we're going to go 5 out of 5 on pricing for this quality of kettlebell. Now, what I mean by quality of kettlebell, we're going to talk about that when I talk about the, some of the details of how they make these. But the pricing is competitive with any kettlebell of this class. And so it may not be the best price, but it's really close. And if you sign up for their newsletter, I know that they oftentimes offer discounts throughout the year at different times. So you may wind up getting the best price with that as well. So that being said, we're going with 5 out of 5 on price for this class of kettlebell. For quality, we're going 5 out of 5. They use a technology that I really like. I believe what they do, they call it gravity cast technology. I don't really know exactly how it works, but I know the way they build these is that it's one steel piece and there's no steel shot or filler or anything inside the kettlebell. And the problem with kettlebells that are lower quality, which you can get better prices on, but they're lower quality because that steel shot or whatever's inside there, that filler, can become loose and start to jingle around. Okay? So for quality, we're going 5 out of 5. The longevity of this kettlebell, it's going to last you forever. Again, super high quality. There's no steel shot to come loose. Again, I think for durability, that's just a really big positive. Okay, so for number 4, we'll talk about functionality. Let's do a couple of movements here so we can kind of see the function. Okay, if we do some single arm swings, we can, you can do double swings here. Okay, we can snatch. Fits really well. 35 millimeter handle. Okay, you can do some cleans. Sits really nice in the pocket. Okay, and so when we look at the movement, again, this is a heavy one, but when we look at the movement, it moves really easy. We have a nice distance between the handle and the bell. We've got the 35 millimeter handle, which I really like. A lot of the companies that you buy from, they're 33 millimeter handles. Again, even if you're not in kettlebell sport, I like the 35 millimeter handle better. And I like the way it fits when it's in the rack position, when it's in the extended position in the snatch, okay? So, for functionality, we're gonna go with 5 out of 5. It's pretty much, there's not anything you can't do with this kettlebell. So function-wise, movement-wise, smoothness of the handle, everything like that, we're gonna go 5 out of 5. Number 5, customer service. Now, part of that for me is shipping, packaging, things like that. As far as that, it came very quickly. It was packaged well, so there was no damage to the outside box, and which means there's not going to be any damage to the actual kettlebell itself. So it was packed up real nice. And as far as customer service dealing with Kettlebell Kings, 5 out of 5. So very easy to deal with, very expedient in getting back to me with emails, going back and forth. And I've dealt with them actually prior to this review on multiple occasions. And the customer service is consistent, so I've always had good customer service with them, so they're getting a 5 out of 5 there. So my total is going to be 24.5 stars out of 25, and so they're actually going to be, at this time, my top rated kettlebell company, just by a little bit. Now I'm going to make some comparisons. So in my opinion, their primary competitor as far as quality and cost and things like that, and basically my categories, is going to be Kettlebells USA. They get a slightly higher score based on better aesthetics and the presentation when the kettlebell arrived. But there are a few other things that, for me, even if the aesthetics were the same, would put them just slightly above, and that is some of the diversity of things they offer. They offer monster kettlebells that go all the way up to 203 pounds, which is 92 kilograms. I actually own that one, and I like it a lot. There's only 4 companies I know of that make those monster kettlebells, and Kettlebell Kings by far has the best pricing on that. I did quite a bit of research a little ways back, and out of those 4 companies, they have the best prices on those big kettlebells. Another thing that they offer that I don't know of any other company that offers this, so if there's one out there, then I've missed it, but they offer basically these in-between weights that I mentioned. So this is a 75-pound weight, or a 34 kilogram. It usually jumps from 32 to 36 to 40 to 48. And so basically they make weights in between, right? So your 32 kilograms is 70 pounds, your 36 kilograms is 80 pounds, this is 75, right in between. For those that are really into kettlebell training, for those that are into kettlebell sport, I think those weights are beneficial. I like it a lot. I think it's definitely a benefit. The third thing, and I think this is one of my favorite things, the third thing they offer is they offer an adjustable kettlebell. It's a competition kettlebell that adjusts from 12 kilograms all the way up to 32, which is basically 26 pounds up to 70 pounds, and you can change those weights incrementally so you can use any of the weights in between. And so I think it's a real benefit. I have 2 of those. I love them. They're extremely durable. It's more cost effective because you can get all those different weights in one kettlebell. It's also, if you don't have a lot of space, they're space conservative because you can get 2 kettlebells and have all the weights you need going all the way up to 70 pounds. So those are some really neat features that Kettlebell Kings offers. And so again, that's why I'm going to give them just a little nudge, a little edge on quality. Again, you can find kettlebells of lesser quality for less price, but again, you're not getting the same quality of kettlebell. And so depending on what your needs are, you want to consider that. Again, durability, length of time it's going to last, things like that. Okay, so that's pretty much it for my review. 24.5 out of 25 stars. A couple little bonus things of things that they offer as far as some of the diversity. If you have any questions, post them to YouTube. Stay strong. See you next time.